Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Najwa Husna. Our group had been given a task on situation 4, which is we need to determine is it Tasco made the right decision to close down its online operation although they knew their customer rather to buy online than offline. Before we make the decision, there will be procedures for the decision making. First, we will identify the problems. After we identify the problems, we will generate the ideas, and then we will analyze the effectiveness of the options, and then we will select the options. For the first step, we will identify the problems. We will determine the root cause by using the 5 whys. This 5 whys method will help us to identify the root cause of our problems. And this method is one of the simplest tools, so it is the most useful method to identify the problems. The first why Tasco decide to close down its online operation. Second, why the online maintenance company was charging $500,000 yearly. Third, why the software systems need to be upgraded. And the last, why they need to cover the error of the old software system. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anisarnisa binti Harun. So, as my colleague explained earlier, after our group going through 5 whys method, so we finally able to identify the main reason why in the first place Tasco decided to close down its online operation. After we choose that Tasco did not make the right decision on closing their online operation. So, in the first place, why did Tasco decided to close its online operation? So, they decide because Tasco management feels that it is not worth it for their company to pay extra cost another 500k yearly only for the maintenance of the online system. So, to get to the main problem and to try to solve it, we choose to use the reverse brainstorming approach to brainstorm the idea. Firstly, we have to clearly identify the problem or challenge. So, this is the problem. And the second one, we have to reverse the problem and reverse the problem or challenge. So, if Tasco feels it is not worth it for them to pay another 500k yearly for the online maintenance system, how could they do to lower the cost of the maintenance of online operation? That is the first question that we want to reverse and brainstorm the idea. The first solution of this question, they can set up a team on their own internal online maintenance system by hiring staffs that are able to perform the task. And then another option is they can choose another maintenance company that can provide the same service with current company with cheaper price below 500k yearly. And the second question is, what action or activities or plans that Tasco must take in order for them to generate more profit to their online sale. So, in order to make to generate more profit to their online sale, so that the revenue from the sale can cover or bear the increment cost of their online maintenance system. First, Tasco must promote more on their online sales system by boosting marketing online or on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so that they can create more public awareness on their online sale and they can gain more online customer. And secondly, they can create apps for handphone using Android or iOS system so that online purchases will be more easier to be done anywhere, anytime, and create more buyers for their products through online system. That's all for me.
Right. Good afternoon. My name is Haris and I'm going to explain the analysis for expanding Tasco online platform to mobile platform through the creation of app. So the strength is that Tasco can charge companies that wishes to place their ads on Tasco's app based on the options they choose. For example, they can choose a premium package which will display their ads more frequently to the users for extra costs. Or another example is that they can choose a basic options which will display their ads once in a while in a day for much cheaper costs. And another strength is that more people will use Tasco's online platform as the majority of population today has and uses a smartphone. Alright. But the weaknesses is that additional costs will be incurred as Tasco needs to hire an app designer to design the app for them. Opportunities is that revenues generated from charging companies that run their ads on Tasco's app can be used to cover the maintenance cost of 500k. Another opportunity is that Tasco's online platform will be known by more people as individuals are more likely to share Tasco's app to their group of friends and families. The threat. Other companies may hire individuals to leave a bad review on Tasco's app, which in turn will ruin Tasco's good reputation and thus Tasco may lose the trust of its customers. Right. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Faris Akmal. Now, another alternative to Mr. Harris's option is to set up an internal online system maintenance team. Through the SWOT analysis, we have determined several strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. One of the strengths of setting up an internal online system and maintenance team is we can reduce the cost on our online system maintenance by terminating our contract with our current online system maintenance company and setting up our own internal maintenance team. The second strength is it is performed by our own personnel, which means it also reduces the cost on hiring a outside maintenance team. The third strength is it can also reduce service delay. Okay, by having our own internal online system maintenance team, we can cut the time for the team to prepare the repairs. The fourth strength is that it is easier to perform the maintenance as it is done by our own personnel and can be observed more personally. However, the weaknesses to setting up an internal online system maintenance team is that it is costly to implement. It is costly as in we have to set up a new team, which means its own department, its own management hierarchy. It also requires specialized personnel, which requires time to hire. The third weakness is that we need space for servers, which means we have to either buy a new building to store our servers or renovate our current building. The fourth weakness is that the servers sometimes require specific parts, which means we have to search at very certain locations and sometimes even outside our country. Now, the opportunities for setting up an internal online system maintenance team is that there are job opportunities for software specialists. In these days, there are many graduates who there are many computer engineering graduates. Therefore, we can find many who are specialized in setting up a system maintenance, online system maintenance. The third opportunity is that we have the potential to attract new investors. By promoting our internal online system maintenance, we can attract new investors and thus generate some investments to jumpstart our online system maintenance project. The third opportunity is that guides can be found on the internet, which ease the process of setting up our internal online system maintenance. Now, the threats is the potential for the servers to get infected by malware or viruses, or malfunction through overheating. The second threat is that the difficulty of finding specific replacement parts. Sometimes we have to go across country to find certain parts, as they can't be manufactured in our country. Now, the third threat is that the competition from other companies. Some companies have better online systems, which means there is the potential for us to have, for our online sales to generate lesser income than we have expected. That is all.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurin Hana binti Nur Azizaihan and I will elaborate the multi-voting steps. Okay, based on these two suggestions, which is internal setup or to expand Tasco online platform suggestion, at the end we must come out with the final decision. So, as we work in group, we employ multi-voting method to decide the final decision. This is because every member has their right to choose their own choices, as this is a group tasking. First of all, referring to the SWOT procedures of these two suggestions, we can conclude that there is their respective pros and cons. Roughly, we could say that these two suggestions will improve Tasco online marketing, but we will choose the one with the best effectiveness method to improve Tasco online platform. Okay. Referring to the recent poll we have been voted for, we found out that the majority vote for the expanding Tasco online platform to improve, to continue the Tasco online. This is because we trust that this method will generate more users and improve this marketing. Okay. The biggest risk is not taking any risk in a world that changing really quickly. The only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. This statement is quoted by Mark Zuckerberg. So, our group is taking a risk by willing to pay $1 million to continue the online platform. So, we trust that this is the final decision of our group. That's all from me. Thank you.
As a conclusion, after going through all the procedures, our group decided that Tasco did not make a right decision by closing their online operation.
While going through all the method and procedures such as 5 whys, reverse brainstorming, SWOT analysis and also multi-voting, we have encountered a few bias that might skew up our group discussion. For the first bias, bandwagon effect. For example, during our meeting to come out with the decision, some of us just accept with other opinions because other group members agree with the decision that had made regardless of their own opinion. They just ignore the opinion in their mind because others group members agree with the decision that had made.
Second bias is that we may have encountered is blind spot bias. I think we have blind spot bias elements in our decision making process. This happens when we fail to recognize our own cognitive bias compared to in others while making the decision.
That's all from us today.
Thank you for your time, Ms. Khadijah.